Hi, I'm Joanne Humber from LTC4, and today I'm talking to Yvonne Kelly, who's based in Brisbane, and her main responsibility is putting together the curriculum for LTC4 e-learning, and therefore I'm going to ask her questions about that. So first of all, thanks very much, Yvonne, for joining me.
Thank you.
And first question is, how do you develop your content to align with the LTC4 learning plans? How does that work?
Yeah, okay. We actually use the LTC4 learning plans as a basis for our e-learning modules, to be honest. So what we'll do, we'll look through the tasks. It's really nice that they've got obviously that degree of flexibility in terms of the core and the non-core tasks in there, which is really good. Obviously, some tasks weren't aligned to our day-to-day business processes, so they're the ones that we'll leave out. But there's not many. We do use the majority of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
In addition, we'll then add on to that our own DLA Piper competencies as well. So we're actually really raising the bar, and we're making sure then that when we map the tasks back to business processes, that they map, so that we are covering all bases. The outcome then is for each module, e-learning assessment, which is actually an e-learning learning tool, is what we like to call it, because albeit it is in the form of an assessment where you're asking questions, they've actually got tools in there such as videos and articles that they can refer to learn as you go along. So we feel it's a really nice learning tool. And then for that reason, we use it for various things. So obviously use it to sign people off for each of the modules to achieve the modules. But we're also using it as a blended learning tool, and we can use it for learning needs analysis. And we can have the outcome that we can map an individual learning plan. We can use it to support projects, and we've ended up with a really nice framework tool in terms of the design and how it's actually used within the firm.
Great. Right. So as far as promoting it and encouraging people to engage with the learning, do you have any special ideas as to how to do that? Or do you find it pretty... yeah.
I think over time, so we've been running with the learning now for 3 years. So we've now got 6 modules available. We've got 2 in the pipeline. So basically it started off as a pilot to the secretaries. And with that pilot, I worked really closely with the head of our secretarial services. So we actually piloted it to all international secretaries. We promoted that just through a conference call with the use of a presentation, and then we saved that to our LMS so they could view that for the future. From there, obviously it started to grow, and we added to the pilot our document production team and our legal technology specialists, and then really it's been used, I suppose, really for blended e-learning for when we've had our technology upgrade. So recently we've gone to Office 365 and I Manage Work, and it was used as part of the blended e-learning to get our workforce upskilled. So we had not only our business support people using it, but also our lawyers using it to get to where they needed to be. So, and through that, it naturally actually then makes them aware of the other modules that are available. So you get the uptake there as well. Other areas that we use it, obviously new starters coming in, they get the blended learning approach, so they get the exposure there. We have our leaders talking to our leaders, they know about it, so they use it and promote it. And some teams are actually using it as part of their personal development plans as well. What else have we got? We've got our legal technology curriculum page on our intranet as well, so that's where everything sits. It also sits in our LMS, they're all connected together, so they can find things there. Most recently, 2 new things have been happening. We've now got a DLA Piper Academy. So this is attached. It's just a really nice front end to our LMS system, but it's actually got some pathways which are specific to roles. So you'll actually find our e-learning and our consultations for the LTC4 modules mapped into people's pathways. So it's actually becoming a natural progression of development within the firm. Yes, it's really nice. And then our last thing, which is really most recent, is one of my colleagues is actually working internationally in a marketing role to promote this throughout the firm.